Welcome to the Breaking Hertz podcast. Kama kawaida is your girl, Sookie, aka Sookie.jpg, aka Sookie Mirage, aka Jessica Rabbit, aka Uzumaki. And it's ladies' night, and your feelings right. Wanna tweet a lovely ladies. Wanna tweet Anyway, today Hafari is not here, but we send him our love. He's on a break for today, and I have been joined by some wonderful guests. I would love for them to introduce themselves because moja amekua, moja hajakua. But yeah, go ahead for her.
Sawa. So umeshani introduce.
Jina, hapana sija kuintroduce, nasema tu jina yako. Ni wewe utasema what you do.
Okay. Sawa, naitwa Furaha. My titles: Kenyan music journalist, content creator, digital marketer, events junkie, fun-loving friend, somebody's mother.
Talk your shit. Mbona hujasema la music junkie?
La music junkie.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Karibu sana to
Asante.
the Breaking Hertz set.
Yep.
And Kophen. Twende kazi.
Okay. Kama jina. It's just Kophen. Woman first, Kophen second. Playlist curator, vibe appreciator, lover of life. At times inakanga ni kama na struggle, but I still love it.
Mazee, ni sisi tuko and Singeanze hivyo, but I feel like it's gonna be a really fun episode, and I feel like the best way to start would be by getting into the projects that you've listened to for the week.
Yeah.
I want the ladies to go first.
Kwani you're not a lady.
Hapana, si niko na detailed niko na projects nataka kuongelelea, and you said that you'd listen to a couple of songs, so I feel like we talk about the songs first and then we'll get into the project.
Sawa. Okay, so the songs I'm feeling right now, they're all 2023 songs.
Ooh, nice.
23.
2023.
Nimesikia 23 songs.
2023. But I am working on a playlist of like best Kenyan songs of the year so far.
Oh, nice.
nice.
Coming soon. Number 1 is Nyashinsky's Good to Me.
Nice.
Be good to me.
That's the song
that I'll be
in the
good
house
to you.
with the lights.
That one. Manze, from when the beat just started, I was like, bro, what? And then just like what it's about, about like self-love and 10 over 10.
Lovely.
Yeah, another song I'm feeling. Oh, yes. Liboy.
Oh, yes, I love Liboy. Shout out to Liboy.
Amazing.
And you've also done an interview with her.
Yes,
on
my podcast, The Top 5 with La Music Junkie. So she dropped a single this year, her first Afro House single. It's called African Child.
Oh, nice.
And it's actually produced by a South African DJ, producer, Anita Silva. Hey, my friend, that song takes me to places.
Yeah.
Like it has chants, it has, her voice, ikona malayas, like it's so African.
Yeah.
Like it just takes you like on a trance, the more you listen to it. And then it also has this really cool video generated by AI. And
nice.
It's just like African faces like just changing and so it suits the song so much because the song's about like us as African children like rising up and taking our heritage back. See Africa rising manenos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so African Child, that song unimaliza. And the third one is called Nairobi Love.
Nairobi Love.
Yeah, so it's by a guy called Ganja. He's just coming up in the scene.
Yes.
You've heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
What do you think?
I really like it.
Yeah.
I really, really, really like it. I think you're the one who shared it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, who's Ganja?
So he's a Kenyan rapper, singer, and he blends like dancehall, hip hop, and like a very international sound. Like if you listen to Nairobi Love, it has like a dancehall beat, but then it also has these other elements that just make it so different from other Kenyan dancehall songs. And Nairobi Love is just like about appreciating, Nairobi, all the cool stuff, and it's a very danceable track, like, and catchy, like just Nairobi Love, Yeah, so I think those are my 3 favorite songs right now.
It's dope. And like the playlist itself, is it like are you fusing like different genres, or how you is it like a mood playlist?
It's definitely going to be multi-genre. So it's just like
an appreciation of the Kenyan music that's come out this year.
Exactly.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, tatuambia ukidrop link.
I will.
We're ready. Kophen.
Gosh.
But no, nashtuka.
I was enjoying.
I was really enjoying. Thank you so much.
I was enjoying.
So,
I have
you're
to
so emotive and talking about music, baby.
Right?
It's gorgeous.
Sante, music junkie.
Yeah.
In the house.
Okay. So, do I need to talk about singles or projects? Just
whatever. Like if it's a particular project that you really, really want to get into, you can. If it's a song that you want to recommend, that's cool too.
All right. I'll just say. Okay, I like how she's just said.
Mazi hata hajaangalia simu.
So what I'm listening to, so I've been listening to a lot of Jid, or some people call him JID, depending on how you like it. I've been listening to his latest. No, this is an album he did last year. Also because I am such a JID stan. I'm such a Jid fan. Yani. Someone told me they don't like him because of the voice. I said,
Aje.
I guess. So I've been listening to him. I've been listening to, from Kenya, I'll say Kinoti. I've been going back and listening to Wangeshi as well. Especially the SoundCloud projects on SoundCloud. Because nice. I miss when she used to do. It's not that what she's doing now is not great. It's still great. She's one of my top rappers from Kenya. It's just that the nostalgia that music from SoundCloud brings. I found myself going back to that. And there's a dude on SoundCloud who does sijui kama ni EDM ama ni unts. It's one of those. So nice. He's been doing like mixes of N95, Kendrick. So he's been taking hip hop songs and making them uns.
Fantastic.
And I love it. I really love it.
So it's DJ friendly, like no copyright, but like
you know the stuff. So I really I'm starting to get into that, and also I after very many years of fighting, months. Wait, how long has Amapiano been alive?
Couple of years.
20
years. For years, I've been trying to I do not know how to get into it. So now I'm getting into it and I'm like, okay. I'm really liking it. But obviously it's specific ones because I'm a lover of R&B and slow jams. So it's like the ones that are very vocally inclined. So it's just sweet and nice to listen to. Yeah. That's what I'm listening. Yeah, I guess. I don't have the names of the songs. But
no, like the artists maybe.
Hey, what I need get? Hold on, just a minute. I have a private playlist that I have here. Gaba, Kanal, of course Murumba Peach.
Oh, nice.
There's a song called Mina Nawe, and then there's the one. Kabza De Smaller. Did I say that? Kabza?
Kabza's albums especially are so good. So good. Oh my God.
South Africa?
South
Africa.
South Africa.
He's fantastic producer. Really, really great catalog. Yeah. I'm a huge fan. I've never seen him live though. Like I feel like
Same.
all these amapiano artists jet in, and I'm just like,
Did you know Tyler ICU was...
Tyler was here.
He's coming, I think on the 19th. I'm at the 16th. I'm not really sure. Yeah. And then the last guys I've been listening to, it's Mudhoni, Polaris, and
Mayonde.
Yes. Yes, there are 2 songs. Raha and the first one. Why am I forgetting the first one? Wait. No, I look like...
No. I think I remember what it's called. But I know Raha because like I've had a couple of flips of it.
For real?
Baby has one actually.
Oh.
Baby made a flip of it. It's up on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, really nice. Baby
I
on the
need
island.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, undercover.
Yeah.
Yes,
Undercover.
yes, and so it's such a fresh sound. I think I had Mayonde saying it's Nairobi bounce, and I really really love the name, and I really love the vibe that the songs come with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait, like Nairobi Bounce is more of a... Is it a shared genre? Because I've had Blinky refer to his genre as Nairobi Bounce as well. Is it like a thing?
I don't. To be honest, for selfish reasons, I'm like, I want it to be such a Kanish sound. Because
I get you,
if you see the people who are talking about it, it's MDQ, Mayonde, Polaris, Blinky, and they bring a specific
vibe to it,
and a specific sound. But I'd love to see other artists' interpretation of Nairobi Bounce.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
And I think when more artists plug into a sound, that's when it grows.
Yeah.
Rather than when it's just one artist saying this is my sound and it's mine only,
I own it.
But if more people, no, then Nairobi Bounce will become a name. Like it will even be a category.
Yeah.
Like, hata Grammys inaweza fika.
I mean, right? Manifesting. Yeah, it's just like I like it, and I want everyone to like get into it and get into the groove. I just don't like... There's always a thing that happens when we kill genres. A genre that I love.
What genre?
I'm such a lover of gengeton.
Yeah,
I feel
the
like...
offshoots, how do you feel about them?
I don't mind them, actually.
Yeah.
I really don't mind them. Just give me a dose, I'm fine. Or I'll just go back to listening to Sailors anyway.
I get you. Like, I like the way that it's foundational in the way that it sounds, but like even the subgenres kind of just pick up on the thing that made it,
exactly.
that brought it to life in the first place.
I love it.
That's dope.
Tombe.
All right, mimi nilikuwa nasikiza hip hop.
I love it.
I didn't get to go for. Did you go for the hip hop at 50 event on Saturday?
The one at
Boom
it
Bap.
Museum?
Yeah, the Boom Bap one.
No. What I went for was the K-Shaka's reunion.
Oh yeah, with Kodo.
Oh,
yes.
Kodo's talk. How was that?
It was lovely. Manze nakwambia Santuri Salon was just packed.
I can imagine.
Hey, like fans from, 1995, they are saying, man, I used to come to K-Shaka, like I used to see them at F2. That's Florida 2000 for the 2000 babies.
You can even draw how it used to look like.
So yeah, there were like some really diehard fans in the house, just showing their love. And then K-Shaka was just also sharing walitoka wapi, how they grew up in Dandora and how they started like rapping in, F2, and then they released Tafsiri Hii. And then even just knowing that they've performed on like some big stages with even American hip hop artists. Like these guys, their history is so untold. Manze, if we knew the things, like the historical things that they've done with hip hop, that's why they are such legends, And that session, it's called a Jadili session. It just opened up all those different facts. And then afterwards there was a party at the Mist. I'm telling you, the whole Nairobi was there. Like, even people I've never seen at the Mist.
Really?
People were chrome.
I had FOMO.
Like every single industry person I could think of was there.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw a lot of Instagram
Walai.
stories. Nico, gosh, all of you went and you left me.
Wait, Ushai Kuja missed? Really? I'm not seeing you. Have I seen you at Mist?
No.
You missed
Why
her.
don't we? I missed you.
Hey.
That's a good joke.
The mist hid her from you.
Guys,
But-
sijui nitoke.
Utaenda wapi?
Unaenda wapi mid-set? Always itoka. You are stuck here, sister.
It's fine.
So I actually like that you've mentioned the Jadili sessions, but we'll tap on that. Let me just
Sawa.
get through some of the projects that I got to listen to over the weekend.
Yeah.
I was watching Ladies First. I didn't get to leave the house, but I got to watch Ladies First, which is a new documentary out on Netflix. Executive produced by Dream Hampton, who's one of my favorite music journalists of all time, honestly. Very groundbreaking work. Like the way that she and Bell Hooks wrote about hip hop in the 90s, or like brought out some of the personalities that they did. Like I think Bell Hooks did a profile on Lil Kim that I really love. And Dream Hampton, of course, in this particular documentary comes out to I mean, the stories that they brought out were stories that, like, I think you were telling me that you've never even heard them. We didn't know. We didn't know that, like, story like this about women in hip hop even existed. And I think it also highlighted a couple of artists that I'd missed out on, or like just not really like gotten into, like Chica. I loved. I'd heard of Chica. Of course, I mean, I'm on the internet. I don't live in a hole.
No, sorry. I was just looking at you because when I was coming on my way, that was the album I was listening to. She has a new album, and
it's fire. It's fire.
So good.
So Samson is actually one of the albums I've listened to. I was listening to it today. So I wanted to talk about Samson and Sundial by No Name. Sundial came out on Friday, and it's No Name's first project in 5 years. Yes. And I think the impact of No Name's career right now, to me, she stands out because during the pandemic, like, a lot of artists were kind of like either going mute on the internet, not really engaging, and that's the time that she took to kind of come in and get into her political activism, talk about communism, and starting a book club. Like,
I wanted to ask you, is she the one with a book club?
Yes, No Name's book club. Really getting into political education. And so, like, when I heard that she had a project coming out, like, that was my first, like, note. I was just like, oh God, she's gonna shoot some shots, And she did. She said some things about Rihanna, Jay-Z, Beyonce, kila mtu under the bus. Like, it was gorgeous, it was beautiful. There were jazzy beats, there was bossa nova. She starts off with bossa nova, actually, which is what I really found yummy about this project.
Yeah.
Like, the album art, I haven't really dissected it for myself. Lakini,
so glad
I'm with
you
my
brought
girl.
that up,
I'm with my girl. It makes a statement.
Kwani what's in the album?
Acha nikuonyeshe tu.
Let me tell you.
Like Byron utaweka kwa screen.
If
Acha tuseme tu.
kama hii ingekuwa like an album,
but it sends a message. Unajua ni kusikiza message na kuona message. Like,
ni kufeel. Unajua ni kama reggae, unaambiwa
Is it like her face that's distorted?
No.
Am I someone else?
I feel like this is it looks like an old school specimen or something.
Yeah.
Like something you've seen at the museum, like a Homo sapien, but like dressed as a black woman right now, kind of modernized in a way.
why?
And I feel like exactly. But the whole it's a 32-minute project, and she gets into like the nitty-gritty also of just like personal identity politics, trying to really say who you are, while also, like, people are telling you you should be like this, or if you are prettier, maybe you'd have had a career that looks like this, unafaa kwenda hivi. But No Name is No Name. She's been very authentic to her sound since 2015 when she came out with Telephone. Gorgeous project. Oh my God.
Project.
Oh my God. And I don't know what I was expecting with this project, but I'm so happy I listened to it. She had a lot to say. Interesting.
And I didn't have expectations, but I knew No Name is No Name.
Atasema vitu,
First of her name. She will always show up. So first I saw the cover art, I said,
but you have to
It's
listen.
fine.
Skiza message. Skiza message.
Usiangalie mapicha.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. But I think it's also like from my side how I judge songs with like I don't know if anyone else does this, and there's many people maybe who do it. Is you judge a project. You judge if you're going to listen to a project based on the cover art.
Yeah.
So I saw the cover art first. I said, but it's no name. Gosh.
It's no name. And that speaks volumes. It says something
like,
about her and her name and the reputation she's built up until this point.
Exactly.
Because it was a highly anticipated project. It's been 5 years since we heard from her.
Yeah.
She's been like disenchanted with the music industry. Now she's back. She's really telling people, you can't sell out like that. You can't work with the NFL after Tushasema X na Y na Z. She had that fight with J. Cole. We've talked about the fact that J. Cole doesn't read on this podcast. That's where the fight comes from. No name. To a Gina. Gina ni no name.
Do we know her real name?
Fatima. I know her name is Fatima. She's a poet, actually.
She is.
Yeah.
Her name is Fatima.
Her name is Fatima.
I've never known her real name.
Now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know. And a couple of really good features as well. J Electronica. There was a whole rage about him being anti-Zionist. Why is she working with a guy that doesn't love the Jews? And it's like, free Palestine, guys. Anyway.
That was one of my top songs.
Yeah,
Balloons,
it's so
I think it's
good.
called, right?
It's so good, yeah, Balloons. And I loved Boom Boom with Ione. I don't think I'd heard. Yeah. Really, really good. The bounce on this entire project is very good. The grooves are fantastic. The way that the jazz fusions come through is also beautiful. Common Pia Yuko. I'm not gonna say nice gowns, beautiful gowns about Common. I just listen to the project. I'm not going to spoil it any further.
I am definitely going to listen.
Go listen,
Yeah.
and then we can exchange notes
But
further.
You tuanzisha
And then-
Instagram channel.
But it's amazing vitu.
Nifanye jina dissect imechukuliwa. It's already it's a thing.
No skips, isha and
Man,
all the good ones.
damn. Can never have nice things.
Lakini creativity bado iko. Sini wa creativity mbaya. Kuna mtu anatuambia.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, yes. Chika, the album. Chika has Samson, the album, which it came out like a month ago. I know that it came out kitambo, but I hadn't really listened to
actually,
it.
it came like 2 weeks. It could be 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it could be 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because do you also struggle with listening to new projects when they immediately they come out, or do you listen to projects specifically?
It's hard to catch up for sure, but when I see someone has dropped something new, I make a mental note or a digital note, and I'll be like, in 2 days I'll get to it. But I don't want to listen to it that day because it's like, it's a race.
A lot of pressure.
Give me time to absorb the news that the album is out.
Exactly.
Then let me plan, I'll listen to it this day. So it's like we make a date. So I'm going to listen to you on this date. Like, for example, you guys know Edie Singer? You know him? He's a Kenyan artist from Bamburi, Mombasa. Hey, that guy can sing. Nice. Every single time I play his music, people are just like, oh my God, he has such a nice voice. But anyway, long story short, he dropped an EP, his second project of the year. So he dropped his debut album.
Of the year?
Yeah, he dropped his album called Imba early this year. Guys, go listen to that album. Master freaking piece. Bruh.
I hear you, girl.
That's all I'm saying. Go listen to it. Then he dropped a few days ago. Ebu tuone kama unapata Imba. Edie Singer.
Imba, it's here.
Umecheki?
It's here. Alafu kuna.
Wait.
Afrodisco.
How do you write it?
Afrodisco. E-I-D-D-I.
Oh, E-D.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Asante. Sawa.
Yeah, so Imba, he dropped it earlier, and then recently he dropped now Afrodisco EP. Then I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll listen to you soon.
I'm
Oh, so you haven't listened
CJ
yet?
Skiza,
Okay.
but I know it's good because pia work with the same producer from Imba, like Grandmaster Tech, and those two are just like music match made in heaven. Like, that's all I'm saying.
All right. Acha tutaskiza Imba by Edie Singer.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait, sorry, I was getting into Samson.
Yes.
Samson, the album by Chika. So when I first checked it out, like I kind of judged it because Lin-Manuel Miranda, you know.
That was the first. Gosh.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, aje. But akona mawaidha. He said a few things that, you know, like I really latched onto about like when you find a story that like really like serendipitously, I think he said, like aligns with your own, like you're allowed to follow it. You should follow it down whatever path it's going to take you.
Yeah.
And I think it's I think it was a perfect way to open this album, especially because she kind of draws parallels between her story and Samson from the Bible. You know, got his hair cut off, of Delilah fame. And and I thought it was a really perceptive album. Chika's voice for me is important because there's a way that she describes her struggles, especially with like bipolar disorder, and the way that she navigates it on a day-to-day basis, the kind of decisions that she has to make. There's a way that it sounds very authentic. I think I was listening to Nonini on CTA a while back saying something about how you just come and you say the things that you want to say. Like when you're real, that makes you timeless. When you're real, that makes you timeless. True. If you're trying to be someone else, then you know, like that's never going to flow. Or like you're not trying to be timeless. If you're you, it's always going to be timeless. It's you in that particular like space in time. And although this project came out like 2 weeks ago, I think it is going to be timeless. Just the features, first of all, Freddie Gibbs, Stevie Wonder on the harmonica, Hapondo, you know, and that's how the project ends. Like that's a very like fantastic way to sign off. The interpolations is a way that she gives like a really, really careful, neat nod to Sister Nancy. Sister Nancy's Bam Bam on this song called Night 4. And wow, Chika is very masterful. I used to think, especially on Nene, on Twitter, kitambo, when I used to follow her, that she was a little bit preachy. But like it diverts from not just preachy. It was a different flavor at the time for me. And I feel like growing with her sound, really listening to the way that it's like morphed. Penye amefika sai with Samson, the kind of artist she's able to approach, the kind of validation that she's also gotten from artists like Snoop, like on Ank's interlude, and I guess the maturity of her content. I feel like it's a project that I would listen to over and over again just because it feels very real and new and fresh.
True.
So check out Samson, the album by Chika.
It's really, I've sat with that album for a while because one, it feels like with the first song, it's almost like the curtains open and then she does her thing and then there's an intermission in the album.
It's theater, bro.
It's theater. It was set up really well and I feel like seeing Chika from where she can be problematic online.
Akona mashida gani?
But musically, she understands it. Musically, she's got it. I always say her Tiny Desk will forever be one of my top because
extremely
her BGVs did not come to play. Those guys were there to do their work. And it went really well. And there's one song, I can't remember which one, in Samson, the album. She talks about how lately the music these days is just some lines and for us to just dance in the background, like things people stopped caring about lyrics and so she's starting to question, should she even care about the lyrics anymore? And I thought
but her lyricism really, like Anna share a story, you feel very immersed in whatever world she's trying to build. Lyricism is important.
For sure.
Always.
Sure.
Hey,
lyricism is important. Lyrics are important. Say the words. Say the words. Listen to the message. Yeah, and like if especially because I guess a lot of us listen to music right now kind of passively. So I guess the lyrical content doesn't really matter for a lot of people as long as it sounds vibey. It's kind of like when the ambient era of music appreciation.
Me as a reggae fan, I have no sina budi ila.
Umekuwa ukisikiza message hautaacha.
Message. Listen to the lyrics.
Like it's so sad when like a song sounds so good and you really like want to dance to it. Like a dancehall song, for example. Like, the things they are saying, you're like... Okay. Like, one leg is dancing, but the other is like...
Your mind is struggling to connect. You're like, what the hell are you saying?
I can't. It's such a fight. Like, just make it easy for us. Have nice beats and talk about something real. Give us the full package. Wacha kutupea nusu mkate manze.
At times, nusu mkate ubamba.
But now imagine if you get both. You get a really dope beat and really dope lyricism. Like, now that's classic music, right?
Exactly.
Live forever.
So you shouldn't skid too far away from it because people like into ambient vibes music. Focus on the message.
Yeah.
If you take nothing else from this episode. Message. Give a message.
Give a message.
Oh, kuna hizi sounds bado sikumbuki ni gani. Oh, rim shot. Oh, yeah, that was the wrong one. Skiza message.
I mean,
tunaweka gani? Chimes. Skiza message. I like that.
Okay.
For our listeners on Spotify, poleni sana. Anyway, so I have gathered you all here to commemorate. So over the weekend, hip hop turned 50.
Yep.
And the celebrations in the US were like widely covered, very corporate, but like widely covered. In Nairobi, Boom Bap Click held it down. I saw very many good reviews.
Yeah.
And
shout out to those guys.
Shout out to Boom Bap for real. And
what happened in the event? Do you have like unajua nini ili happen kwa hiyo event?
No, but like I'm aware of like the different stages that they had set up. Yeah, so I know Ondu had a podcast. It was like a learning stage. There were DJs all into the night. I thought that maybe I'd pull up like late in the evening for like the new school guys. Kina Basma, Gadhoni. Gadhoni's fantastic.
She's
Shout out
good.
to her as well. Nini ingine nilisikia wako nayo?
Live performances.
Were there live performances?
I don't remember seeing it.
I didn't hear about that. I thought I think it was mostly DJ sets. Like it's an appreciation of music. Byron akuwa nazo? Okay, sawa.
Break dancing, graffiti.
Nini likubamba wewe?
That has to be there.
The podcast with Ondu. Was it like running the entire day? It started at around 8.
8 a.m.
PM. Wait, alikuwa na interview watu ama alikuwa anasema Oh,
nice.
Kolo kleptomaniacs. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. So, Byron, ama wacha kusikia. Ama ni summarized. Byron ametuambia alienjoy vitu mingi sana kwa hiyo event. Alienjoy podcast, Kolo of Kleptomaniacs alikuwa hapo. He also enjoyed the graffiti artists. There was a lot going on at this particular event. I feel like I have a lot of FOMO. Do you? I
do.
I really, really do, man. And so beyond that, like, I think what I really wanted to get into was Ladies First, which came out over the weekend. And I've already talked about Dream Hampton, who executive produced it, and kind of the story that they were weaving. It's 4 episodes long. But the thing that I wanted to ask you, especially because you've also hosted Jadili sessions, right?
Yeah.
And you said it was specifically on Kenyan hip hop.
Yeah, this one, because obviously it was the 50th anniversary birthday. Yeah.
Who did you get to interview on the panel?
Okay, so it was African who was interviewing, because he's literally Kenyan hip hop junkie.
Wait, you're the one who hosts the JDB sessions in general? Like,
yes,
it's your birth. I mean, it's your baby.
It's kind of my baby at Santuri. But it's been happening at kabla nikwe huko, so I just help facilitate it. So like I remember one time we had one on Gengeton, and like it was called The Good, The Fad, and The Ugali.
Oh.
Of Gengeton music.
I love it.
Okay.
Which was really cool. And then now this one was now about Kenyan hip hop and Keishaka coming back after being away for so long. They've actually been in the game like for more than 25 years. Because 95 is like when they... Imagine 95. 1995.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the year I was born.
Bruh.
That's crazy.
that's crazy. That's wild.
That's a little crazy. All right. But like, I think the thing I really wanted to get into was, especially because like Ladies First spurred a lot of questions in my head, especially about like female rappers here and the way that they got into the industry, I guess, and the impact that they've been able to make by themselves, not just because they are women, but like different stories have to be told, and in a sense, like the position that they occupy is undeniable. So what rappers to you as a journalist also have stood out to you over the years, and what impact have they made?
Okay, I think starting from maybe the first Kenyan female rapper that I knew. Do you guys have any guess?
Azizi.
Yes. Yeah, and Azizi
Nice.
is like the mama yao.
Wait, when did she break out?
Like when she joined, they formed Necessary Noise in 2000. And they've released hits. Like. Walishikilia hiyo game manze.
And before that,
when
was
we were growing up.
she was the one who sang Mama Baba Nataka Kuwa Rapper.
Ooh.
Was she the one?
But like what I remember about her is that apparently she had the first like music video on Mizizi on KBC, and like artists didn't have, like rappers didn't have music videos before then, and she was like the breakout artist then. I feel like I would never be able to I can't underestimate her at all. I feel like she really communicated a lot, even to like whatever identity I was trying to form at that age. Because I was just growing up. I was like 9-ish around the time that I got into, no, not 9, like 8, when I got into Necessary Noise, and seeing Nazizi over the years kind of informed. It didn't inform my identity, but it informed some of the things that I thought about hip hop at the time. Like it was easier to listen to because it's seeing someone like me, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard from her in a while also. Where's she at? Would you know?
I mean, she's on Vibes Radio.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say it right. In such Jamaican accent. But yeah, she's on Vibes. I've been seeing her. So there's this reggae... Okay, so there's this guy's called Umoja Sound System.
Yes.
That organized reggae dub events. So when they had their comeback event at the mall, I think it was late last year, Nazizi showed up and I think she did something on the mic.
Nice.
But I don't think she's active musically, but she's on radio and making her money and her money moves. Kuna ile time aliwork na... They're called Saronde. The song alifanya na... Yeah, aliwork na Saronde. It was like a very experimental track. That was a few years ago.
I think that's a song I found during my last dig on Spotify. She only has like one track.
It's probably that one. Yeah. But yeah, she's Ako area. Yeah, I think
the event sphere.
Exactly, Ako area. I think for her, like, impact Pia Alimake is like she showed other women that you can do hip hop and you can fit in the scene. Na si lazima ukwe de mrembo ati sijui umevaa mini skirt. You don't have to be a money to be in the music scene, you know.
Exactly.
You can come up
with your androgynous feel,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and she owned it and ili tubamba manze. So yeah, as you say, it was really nice growing up and seeing that representation of like a woman can look as another kind of way and she's still a woman and anajua kuroga. Yeah, so ilikuwa soundtrack of our lives growing up.
That's dope. So this is a question for each of us, actually. Yeah. And for me, I feel like I need to shout out Lady S. R.I.P.
Bro. Yes. Ratatat and
Ratatat and Lady S. Like, there's something that Caliph Records was trying to do with the women that they were pushing out onto the music scene. With Lady S, who unfortunately died in a car crash on Thika Road before the superhighway was done. I think for me, what I latched onto was the style that Caliph had at the time was kind of just rapping the way that you talk. And she had this very gangster feel to her. Like, I did not come from the hood, but like there's a way that she had this very empowering energy. Like in Ukimwana with Pili Pili.
That lady used to beat up men in the videos.
She was showing those guys things, bana.
Yeah.
You know, and then that guy is just going, say, haunielewi bana. I was like, haunielewi. I was like, Lady S amekoroga bana. And then Lovely Ladies, please just go listen to that song right now. Whatever like she did with
gorgeous.
Wanna Twitter. Wanna Twitter, Lovely ladies. Oh. She ate.
She really did.
She really cooked. Like they gave Lady S the space to cook, and boy did she! She made a feast. Wow, wow, gorgeous music, timeless music.
Timeless.
And with Ratatat as well. Ratatat was also just saying she was on her fuck you shit. Like alikuwa nasema tu.
Ratatat with a blouse. Music video back when unge shoot, you are a chick, you'd shoot a video. No, when the Equity could job in the same clothes because of how decent they were.
Yeah.
Good times.
Actually, aliingia video na blouse. Why would you say that?
Ilikuwa blouse. And no, I can't remember the song. There's a song, I think it's with Pili Pili still.
Yeah.
She's wearing a whole blouse with hipster hands.
Labda ilikuwa swag, man.
Ilikuwa swag your time. You know, I can't even blame her. I said, Madam, finish rapping. Go to the bank.
Day job, manze.
Wait. Ratatat is your artist of note?
I have like 3.
Okay.
From different generations. So I have Nazizi.
Yeah.
And mainly because of that song, I've just looked it up. Yeah, it was her. Baba mama nataka kuwa rapper. And then there's a man who usually says, mtoto wewe umenishinda. Nataka kuwa rapper kama Kala Mashaka. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey.
So there's Nazizi. Then there's Akina Lady S, Akina Ratatat. And then we moved from that. We went to... Who did we go to? Went to Akina Wangeshi. I think those are the very new
school.
Yeah,
the new school. And then the Akina... I'm trying to find the female equivalent of Blinky Bill.
For me, I think an artist that really stands out from the new school side.
Yeah.
Yo bedhe tutarudi. Acha niweke
Sema tu sahi.
Aesthetics.
Sema sahi. And then we nini.
I feel like if I don't say Mandy's name, I feel like I will have failed myself.
Correct.
Yeah, Mandy Kabaya. Oh my God. When Shashna lip gloss changed, vibe shift for me personally. Like I listened to that song so many times. And then I listened to her verse on Kitu Nono. And I was just like, who is this babe?
Yeah.
Who is this girl? I want to know.
And her project,
Mandy
Kabaya, later on Frisky, fantastic album. Oh my God. Like, yeah, Mandy really stands out for me.
And I really like how...
She's so audacious,
There's Mandy, there's Groovy Joe.
Groovy Joe is also...
Groovy Joe. if you're watching Groovy Joe.
Groovy motherfucking Joe, man.
Man, so
Do you remember
amazing.
at the Kipepeo event?
Yeah, watching her live.
Hi in ASAM. We really tore it up. I'll never
Yeah.
forget. What a night. Sorry.
Groovy Joe. Who else?
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic, yeah.
Ecstatic.
Monsky was
I feel like we really have female rappers who are really doing it. And there was a time I used to be of the school of thought, oh my God, this is not hip hop, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But then I had to come to an understanding of there's a way music evolves.
Yeah.
And si kila siku tutakuwa tunasikiza the hard knock stuff. See, every day you need to listen to KRS-One. It's not every day. You need some light stuff at times. And I feel like a lot of Kenyan female rappers bring the hardness and the softness same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and also like those who are like really good. Their pen is amazing.
It's penning.
Yani, fire.
Like,
Fire.
mse kama Saru. Saru really shook me on Kasikia Vibaya. I was so shook. I was like, guy, I'm so scared of that.
Let me tell you. And she looks very... She does not look like she sounds the way she sounds.
Yeah.
That's a package of an artist that I love. Like, unexpected buzz. Like, zinakuza kupata tu. Kasikia Vibaya bana. Hakuna kitu
I
unaniambia.
really love that song.
But okay, sorry, we need to wind up soon. But unfortunately, okay, I love like when women get to talk, you can't really go on sometimes.
All day.
Oh, I also want to shout out someone else. She's not exactly a rapper, but she's actually two people who I think have also changed the scene in a different kind of way. Number one is STL.
Oh yes, STL actually did. That was 2004.
Hata sikumbuki.
2004 breakout.
Yeah, like she broke out from Norway, paka Kenya, and like
she's still doing the most.
Yeah, like I loved like how pia alikuwa na represent culture even though she's at home, she's uko bado anaimba na Kikuyu, biashara ne biashara,
Yeah, that sent a message for sure. And I think she was on this show. What Survival of the Thickest? Yeah, there's a song of hers, Survival of the Thickest on Netflix.
That's what I was trying to remember. Okay,
and it's such a great scene. Wow, the gays representation,
I love it. I had the song because we made it, guys. We made it. I feel like she has paved the way for other female artists to see this thing is possible. It does not matter the language.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what
Exactly.
just this thing is possible.
Yeah.
You have to like pave the way for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other person is the queen.
Was only drama queen.
Yeah.
Also saved.
What?
But the AJ. I thought you were good.
I had totally sorry.
But
okay,
then would
MDQ.
you say she's the I don't know, but
She
you
could
asked
be
the
she
female
could be-
version
she
of
could be-
Blinky.
She could
Yeah.
Because mikono kwenye hewa.
Eh.
Forget how Sauti
True.
Sol entered the video and they robbed everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like MDQ, and I don't know if this is anyway, I don't care if I say it. I don't. When I was watching Ladies First, and they were talking about Miss
Me, it was Queen
Dimina.
Latifah. I feel like she really embodies
Really?
Queen Latifah's ethos. Biashara.
Yeah, there's the Biashara part, but how she's very different from the rest. Like, she's very... She came in with her thing. She came with the drums. She came with a new sound, like a sound, personally, I'd never had before.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's kept reinventing, trying to try out. I like how experimental she is.
I love that about
All the
her
time.
too,
She's
yeah.
always trying. Always trying.
Every project is different from the last, and it's like she's really good at conceptual projects as well.
Exactly.
And her visual language is so distinct. Like I think you're the one who brought like a cup today.
Yeah, and you said actually.
And I was
let
like,
me
let me
just-
MDQ.
Tuonyeshe.
There's a style
Apa iko
that's
poa?
Inoa.
Okay, become an influencer.
They focus. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I had never thought about it like that. But
But
when
her
you
style,
mentioned,
yeah.
it's MDQ completely.
Kweli.
Her style is really a hallmark of like who she is as an artist as well.
Yeah.
But when I saw like Queen Latifah talking about the way that she crafted like her persona, her artist persona, talking about politics, really like leaning into collaborating with women, like the collaboration with Moni Love,
Yeah.
and eventually now talking about how she wanted to expand her business, expand her reach as an artist. It really spoke to me about the way that Mudhoni also just applies herself in the music industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's having a show, I think, September 23rd. She announced yesterday or this morning. It could be yesterday, yeah.
Wapi?
September 23rd. She said, just mark the
TBA.
dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MDQ is coming.
Okay. Kwanza, you know, when she goes on stage, you think Beyonce has landed.
True. And she really has this presence.
And she has
man.
also-
the pizzazz
Exactly.
and dancers and what and the outfits.
I feel like she has mastered the performance bit of it.
Yeah,
Like
stage
she knows,
performance.
she knows this kind of lights. If you move them like this, they'll make the people feel a specific way.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very important thing to have. Also, I notice you're wearing the
Oh yes,
The she
The
button.
C,
representing. For sure.
Amazing. Wait, I don't know if like we've left anybody out, but I feel like new rappers come up almost every day, especially female rappers. I feel like I want to shout out TG Black as well. Very highly streamed, very articulate.
Yeah.
Also, like visits topics of depression and okay, not just depression. I feel like her artist persona is very diverse.
Yeah.
And new school. She's gotten a nod from Vince Staples. Fantastic, you know.
Immediately.
Like,
I mean,
anyway, like Valerie Mudhoni.
Yes.
Kuna watu hatujataja sana, but like
Hold on.
wako wengi.
And Naughty Flow.
Oh my God, you remember Naughty Flow? I remember the videos. That was such a moment. Oh my God.
I love it. I'm trying to.
Oh my, I was so shook, but like I really appreciated just like the direction she was trying to go with her artistry. She was also trying to talk about like LGBTQ rights with her music at a time when people were kind of just shying away from it. Sorry.
And I totally understand that the industry, the Kenyan industry is hard. So what I've been trying to do, or rather what I'm trying to do also, is trying to find new artists, like younger rappers, female rappers rather, because if there's male rappers, they're everywhere. So I want to find, I'm trying, and this is a call, please.
Help
Me, please. Come to me.
Maze.
Because I need to...
Wait, are you curating new playlists as well?
Yes. I'm curating a number of them. I don't know how I'll drop them. And there's those that I've sat on where they were supposed to drop last year. I was supposed to drop like a bunch of playlists last year.
Yeah.
One was inspired by folk fusion.
Nice.
There is one that is very... I call it the Namsibejina, the orchestration. So it's songs that orchestrated
By
orchestras
Oh.
and songs.
So brass instruments, violin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
Kenyan
that.
orchestral.
Not yet. Those ones I really have to dig. And so now I'm trying to find like very new acts, because there's a playlist that I have called Freshie, and Freshie just aims to get very new artists who does, even if you have one monthly listener on Spotify, I really don't care. You're the ones that I'm looking for.
Awesome.
Because I feel like the smaller artists need need that push and they need someone to put other people onto their music.
Yeah.
Because most artists love the creative bit of it, but the marketing is
it's tedious.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, so I'm really trying to find those artists. And while I was talking, gosh, my mind. Nimekumbuka song ingine. Yeah, akina Lady S. It was Lady S, and I can't remember. They were all wearing, ilikuwa Lady S, Ratatat, wamevaa black. Umetupwa, hizo ni mablouse. They're not tops. Kilio. Let me tell you. Caliph, one day we're going to talk about how Caliph Records and their videos.
They really differentiated
one
themselves.
Time, in that video, there's a man who was thrown off 4th floor. How that man fell, we shall talk about your graphic design ilikuwa different.
I want to see that. Yeah. But I just want to shout out also another rapper, female rapper, who was on my podcast a while back. Her name is Nem-R.
Oh, Nem-R.
Yeah.
Nem-R. Spelling?
Just Nem and then R.
N-E-M.
N-E-M.
Okay.
Space R. Umemget? Yeah. So.
What do you?
Yeah, what I like about Nem-R is like she's from LD and she has like these two personas, two sides of her. I think of her like Nicki Minaj. You know how Nicki has like this soft side and she's singing to you about love and I don't know what. And then there's this other time when she's like no, like her hardcore side.
Yeah.
So I feel like Nem-R has that. Like there are some songs where she's so soulful and Naimba and you're like, oh my God, is this Beyonce? And then the other songs where she just goes ham and you're like,
How do you find these artists? Do they find you?
Okay, come here. We did a class an online class together. But many times ni wase wana slide on the DM.
Respectfully.
And you also go to a lot of shows.
Yeah, there's also that. Always, scouting through shows, through DMs, through also just being curious. Like I do this monthly playlist called Music of the Month every single month on YouTube. Yeah. So I always just, if I see a new song, add it to the playlist. And then at the end of the month, I listen to all of them. So that's also another way of discovering new songs, new artists.
Okay, that's dope.
Impressive.
I feel like now we need to round up for sure.
For sure.
For sheezy.
So I'll give you just a bit of time to plug the things that you're up to right now. What's been keeping you busy, especially because we talked about how you've been getting more into like in-person interactions with people, trying to create more physical spaces for the enjoyment of music. So what have you been up to, and where can we find you? So
mostly, Nico, so I did the podcast for a season. So now we're on a season break. Now I'm doing events. So you can find me at Santuri. We have Jadili sessions. We have a monthly event called Spotlight Sessions as well, where we put on like very new experimental alternative artists every month. So if you follow me or Santuri, you will find that out. And then I have my own event, actually 2 of them. One of them is called Book Swap in the Park. Nice. Which is literally just that we go to like a random park anywhere. We've gone to so many now, we're even going outside Nairobi now. And then we just bring books, we bring food, have a picnic, talk about books and everything under the sun.
Cute.
Right.
Yeah. And then the second event is my baby. It's called Kenyan Karaoke Night.
That's the one that I want to come to.
Kuja.
That's the one.
Kuja. It's so much fun.
Really?
So much fun, manze.
Kona lyrics.
Of course, kona lyrics, manze. And then we sing everything from like Taxi Driver and Twist, all the way to Akina Nasinzia and
I love
Isa.
That.
All the way to Akina Ethan Muziki and Wanavokali. Like, so it's just that whole journey of Kenyan music.
I really love that.
Karaoke style. So to Jua, all those thingies. I'm on IG at La Music Junkie, also on Twitter. So ile unapenda nitafuta tu La Music Junkie.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right. And Kophen, Madame.
I'm not too busy, guys.
You can hit me up.
You can hit me up. Well, look out for more playlists coming from me. I'm really trying to get back. You can call me Stella after that because of how I got my group back. So if you know, okay, fine.
Oh my God. Anyway.
And then I have this idea in my head. At the end of the year, I want to have an event.
Oh, nice.
Yikes, now that it's out there, more pressure on myself.
We'll hold you accountable.
Always. Accountability is my friend. So I'm trying to put up a gig together that is going to just be for music lovers. It's going to be for collectors, people who love records as well. I can't say any more. But just, it's going to come when it comes.
Yes.
Guys, it's going to be this year though. But all in all, should you need to reach out to me, if you want to submit your music, kophenicas@gmail.com. That's my email. You can find me, or you can DM me on Twitter, Kophen _ and on IG, it's Kerubo_Kophen. The underscores are many. And on Threads, since we were there for 2 seconds. I think it's Kerubo Kophen. I think it's still there. I see it on my phone, so I'm guessing it is active. Yeah, feel free to DM me. Feel free to reach out. If I don't get back to you on time, please be patient. Don't come yelling, because I've experienced that before.
Damn. Okay.
Let me tell you.
Well, listen.
Someone tell me that is why Africans cannot move. I'm like, I'm just.
You're the reason the music industry is failing.
I'm like, no, I'm not actually. I can give you reasons, but it's not me. It was some dude from Nigeria anyway.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. Damn.
I said, yikes.
That is a separate fight. Yes, Yako. You know, good luck to them.
Thank you. I'm like, I really can't help you.
All right. And thank you so much, ladies, for joining me today.
Thank you.
Tumefurahi sana na hii episode. We've had so much fun. And I feel like we should do this again. I'm shooting my shot. I don't know.
Your shot has
Next
landed.
Next time
tunaku interview.
Oh.
Do you have any playlists coming out? Do you? What are you doing? Where can we find you?
The playlist I'm working on are really like kisiri, but like
it's okay.
If you come and interview me in September, I have something that I will share.
In September?
Yeah, there's something I'm working on and I'm very excited.
So let me set my alarm.
September 30th.
So
you're my accountability buddy actually. Ni wewe utaniambia.
Okay, September 30th. Simbali, 6 weeks.
6. Oh, guy, that's terrible. Wow.
Correct.
Hey, sasa siwezi sahau. But yes, we'll do this again.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming.
Asante.
The Good Company Studio. And that's a wrap on Breaking Hertz, episode 39. Send your love to Hafai on socials. We've had such a great time. And if you take anything else from this episode, what's our message?
Message. That is the message.
The message is the message. Grandmaster Flash. Okay. Bye. See you next week.
Nice.
Hey,
It's okay, we should not do anything.